Hello, everyone. I know it's 12:55 on a Tuesday afternoon, December 17th, 2024, and I'm coming to you from Leduc, Alberta, Canada. Yesterday, I had a busy day, so I did not record a message. And I thought, why not today? Today is a wonderful day for me, and I'm able to really just clear up a lot of work I've needed to do for quite some time. And so I feel really blessed that I'm able to do that, to update some some social media information, and but also to connect with some people that I have kind of stayed away from, and um, and I'm gonna talk to you more about that as time goes on. Today's message is based on Galatians 1, verses 6 to 9. And the Galatians, what do I call that? What I'm talking about has a lot to do with cultural differences. And I have to tell you, it's very difficult um, to befriend, to build relationship with people from other cultures. And just to let you know, I was born in Europe, and so when I came to Canada, I came here from another culture as well, and I had to learn. I had to learn to become Canadian and how Canadians live. I didn't want to impose my European culture upon the people here, right? I wanted to become Canadian because this is where I lived. So, but to go back to the scripture, and the title is "Avoiding the False Gospel." Let me just read to you from the message here, and then I'll look it up in the Bible as well. Um, so Galatians 1, verse 6 to 9. I can't believe your fickleness. How easily you have turned traitor to him who called you by the grace of Christ, by embracing a variant message. It's not a minor variation, it is completely other, an alien message, and no message, a lie about God. Those who are provoking this agitation among you are turning the message of Christ on its head. Let me be blunt. If one of us, even if an angel from heaven, were to preach something other than what we preached originally, let him be cursed. I said it once, I'll say it again. If anyone, regardless of reputation or credentials, preaches something other than what you received originally, let him be cursed. I'm going to, and I didn't mark passage, excuse me, in my other Bible. It may take me a moment or so to find it. Just hold on. I think my phone is ringing too, but that's okay. Here's Galatians. Okay, come on, where are you here? So let me read it again. So that was the Message version, and this is the NIV. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you. No other gospel. Okay, whereas the title here is Avoiding the False Gospel. I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you to live in the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Evidently, some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Christ. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach a gospel other than the one we preach to you, let them be under God's curse. As we have already said, so now I say again, If anyone is preaching to you a gospel other than what you accepted, let them be under God's curse. So, what is a false gospel? As we're talking here, is a false gospel is something that promised salvation or spiritual growth through prosperity, works, or other distortions of the gospel. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm taking a moment to be careful, because even while I was reading the scriptures, I was like, as we become Christians, okay, we're starting our journey. We're being taught by others, and those others may also be new Christians, and they may not have complete understanding of what the true gospel is. I can relate to that, right? Because as a new Christian, I was taught many different things, and many of them were very, very confusing, and they were actually contrary and to what we really need to be doing as Christians, which is to love the Lord, right? We want to always put him first. If I think back to one of the places where I was attending, our focus was always the devil, right? And you know what? He was very, very active. And I'm not sure why I'm laughing right now, because it was not funny. But since then, I've just learned to really focus on the Lord and his love and his grace and his mercy, right? His love, he gave his life for me, for you. Like, who does that? There's one other thought I had that, let me see, I wanted to do something else here. I'm always trying to learn something new, so let's see. See? Would you like to discuss the way of discernment? If you are willing to or interested in having some discussions with me, please, you can message me and we will talk. But as I was, what I was getting at is that we work out our salvation by faith, right? It's a journey. And Paul uses very, very harsh words, and he says that, if we preach a false gospel, we should be cursed. And I believe that is true. If we purposely go around preaching and teaching what is not scriptural, then there are definite consequences, right? If we are sometimes, some new believers are very zealous and, they just love God so much. They're so happy and free from their past life that they live, that they just can't help but share the goodness of God. And whether or not they have, as new believers that are so excited, whether or not they have, total understanding and total great discernment about the scriptures, the Lord will bless their words. Again, what we're talking about here is those who are purposely going against what the scripture says. They will be held responsible. My last thought before I'm going to go is this. I used to always think God is very authoritarian, very mean, very vindictive. That's how I lived my life, right? And then as I became more educated through spiritual formation. I learned about the Lord's love and how and His grace and His mercy, and then I learned to have conversations with Jesus. The two-way journaling, and really how He is my brother. He's my friend. He is with me always. But yesterday, while reading the scriptures, I was reminded Jesus is more than my brother and my friend. Jesus is God. And as God, He is the commander of chief. He's a warrior, and He's the protector. And it just reminded me how He's just everything. He's the whole package. He is strong, powerful, holy, loving, kind, compassionate. And I'm happy to serve Him. And I'm always happy to learn more about Him, and especially about discernment. Especially about discernment for how to help or be in a relationship with people from other cultures, which really is very challenging. So I hope you got something out of this short live. And if you have any thoughts, any comments, any questions, please feel free to. You can email me. I'll put the email right there. The email address. You can email me, or you can message me, and we will have some conversations. Many blessings. Have a great day.